The rain was relentless, a gray curtain draped across the pines. I'd come to Whispering Pines seeking silence, a refuge from the constant digital hum of city life. My grandfather's old shortwave receiver sat in the corner of the living room, a relic of his passion for obscure broadcasts. Initially, it was just static, the static increased in volume, resolving into fragmented conversations. They were layered over the hum, distorted and unintelligible at first, like ghosts trying to speak through a wall. Then, they sharpened, becoming clearer, more insistent. I identified distinct voices, a man's panicked shout, a woman's fragile. I obsessively adjusted the receiver's dial, attempting to isolate the source of the transmissions. Each adjustment seemed to amplify the static, and the voices grew closer, more personal. I realized that the
frequency wasn't random. It was following a pattern, leading me towards something hidden on the eye. Lowered a small waterproof camera into the well, aiming to capture any visual anomalies. As the lens descended through murky water, the static intensified dramatically. Suddenly, an image flickered onto the screen. A face, pale and gaunt, emerged from the depths. It wasn't human. Its eye frantically tried to restore the signal, but the radio remained silent. However, a disembodied voice echoed in my mind, a chorus of whispers layered with grief and urgency. It repeated the same word, remember. The sensation was overwhelmingly intense. I felt like my thoughts were driven by a growing sense of dread and an inexplicable compulsion. I returned to the well. Examining the sides, I discovered carvings, crude images depicting
figures trapped within circles, and symbols that seemed vaguely familiar from my grandfather's research journals. He had been obsessed with forgotten. I peered into the well once more. The static roared, and the face reappeared. This time, it was not just a reflection of sorrow but a gateway. Through the distorted image, I glimpsed a landscape unlike anything imaginable, an endless expanse of gray, dominated by towering structures. As I pulled the camera from the well, a single black feather drifted onto the screen, landing directly over the face. Ancient sorrow and terrifying knowledge, remember, you were always listening. He smiled, a chilling echo of my own face. That's when I understood, the signal wasn't just reaching me, it was creating me. My grandfather hadn't left a radio, he had left a trap.